Radar's looking a lot more active this evening. I'll let you know how long it lasts and when we could see some frost this week.
And a 4-year-old shot. The child now in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Neighbors share their concerns about crime in that area. And an Amber Alert issued where this teen was last seen, and an update on the search efforts tonight. Well, we've got scattered showers moving into our area, and we'll see even more rain overnight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Eric Miller. Meteorologist Grant Skinner is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center for us this evening. Grant, how long will this rain last, and will it affect the commute in the morning?
Well, likely will last all the way through early tomorrow. I think by the morning commute, it will look a lot less active across our area. Still some lingering isolated showers, but shouldn't have as big of an impact on the commute. Still some wet roads, though. Here's a view of Dual Doppler 5000. Again, this is some of those scattered showers working their way to the north. We have a coastal system working its way north along the coastline. So we'll see more of this rain work inland throughout the course of this evening. We'll zoom in on some of the heaviest downpours right now. We have some light to moderate rain moving over Wake County, pushing towards Morrisville, over Raleigh now. Garner seeing this light rain. We had more up towards Wake Forest as well, and towards Stem, right along 85, seeing some more pockets of light to moderate rain working its way to the northeast, closer to Oxford in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Carthage, Southern Pines, Aberdeen, Vass, seeing more of these showers work their way north and east along Highway 1 up towards Sanford. Lillington seeing some light rain as well. Fayetteville and Wade all along I-95 seeing more light rain to the south. Sanford, you can see the wet roads there. This will continue all the way through this evening and overnight as this rain continues. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s and will likely stay that way overnight. That highest rain chance late this evening through early tomorrow. But finally moving out by around 5-6 a.m. We'll talk more about how long this rain will last with Futurecast and how chilly it will be this week. It's coming up.
Grant, thank you very much. And with that rain in the forecast, remember you can track the incoming weather with the WRAL weather app. It's of course free to download and offers more than a dozen radar views for you to choose from. Make sure to turn on push notifications so you can get important weather alerts sent right to your phone. We want to get to some breaking news now at 6. An Amber Alert was issued for a 15-year-old girl who is missing from western North Carolina. Take a look at your screen here now. This is Nevaeh Patton. She was last seen around 10 last night in Bakersville in Mitchell County. She was reported missing shortly after 11 this morning. The Mitchell County Sheriff's Office is using ground search and drone surveillance in the area where she was last seen. There's no available information right now about any possible abductor or abductors or a suspect vehicle. It's also not clear where she might be. If you see her, call 911. Right now, investigators are at the scene where a 4-year-old was shot shortly after 10:30 this morning. You can see it was very active out there earlier today. The child has life-threatening injuries. This all happened in Durham at a home on Linwood Avenue. That's where we find WRAL's Kirsten Clark, who joins us live now. Kirsten, what are you seeing at this point?
Yeah, Eric, we're here at the intersection of Linwood Avenue and Lincoln Street. I'm going to take a step out of the way here so you can see this white house here behind me that's blocked off with yellow tape. These Durham police cars over here on the right have been parked here for hours now. And actually, if you look further down here on the left of Linwood Avenue, you can see Durham police have a mobile command truck as well as a forensics van and a crime scene investigation vehicle. Now, take a look at this video. We saw officers going inside that house and speaking with what looked to be the people who live there. Durham police tell us they responded to a report of a shooting here around 10:40 a.m. They say when they arrived, they found a 4-year-old with a gunshot wound. Now, that child was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. And just moments ago, we spoke with neighbors living nearby. One of them told us he was sad to hear that a young child was shot. And he says it is just one example of the senseless violence that happens too often in this area.
This is sickening. It has to stop, because our kids are dying at no fault of their own, and everybody just stand and look, and they go on with their day after this happens like it's okay, but it's not okay. We got to do something.
Just a sad situation here. We are still working to learn more information about what happened leading up to the shooting and if police plan to make any arrests in this incident. Live in Durham, Kirsten Clark, WRAL News.
The Durham County Sheriff's Office says one person was found shot to death outside of a business this morning. Deputies were called to Guest Road just after 8 a.m. The Sheriff's Office says there's no threat to the public here. They have not identified the victim or released any information about possible suspects. New at 6, Clayton police have confirmed that a motorcyclist died after a crash on Amelia Church Road. This happened near the intersection with Springwood Place around 1 yesterday afternoon. Police say 31-year-old Alex Arbel was on a motorcycle, hit by a Jeep, and was ejected and then struck by a car. He died there at that scene. No charges have been filed in this crash. Also new at 6, a Clayton police officer responding to that scene was injured in a separate crash just a mile further down Amelia Church Road. This was near the intersection with Veterans Parkway. The officer was taken to Johnston Medical Center in Clayton, treated and released. No one else was injured. Looking ahead, the suspect in Friday's high-speed chase along I-95 has his first court appearance tomorrow in Nash County. 20-year-old Shaheem Stevenson now faces nearly a dozen charges in Nash and Harnett counties. He's currently in jail without bond. Sky 5 captured video of the car speeding down I-95 south near Dunn late Friday afternoon. At one point, the car was going up to 140 miles an hour. Troopers say Stevenson was apparently racing another car, but that driver pulled over. The white Camaro took troopers on a chase through Wilson and Johnston counties before hitting several cars on I-95. The Highway Patrol said it caused 2 different crashes and damaged 5 total vehicles. Stevenson also has a court appearance scheduled for December 17th in Harnett County. Early voting has ended here in North Carolina for our 2025 elections. If you want to make your voice heard, there's still Election Day coming up on Tuesday. There are more than 500 cities and towns in North Carolina. Almost all have an election Tuesday for mayor, town council, or both. Those choices could affect everything from growth and development strategies to property tax rates, local parks, and public safety. If you've got questions, we've got answers. You can go to WRAL.com for our guide on where and how to vote, how to find out who's running for office, and tips for learning more about the candidates. Civil rights leader William Barber spoke out today in Wilson against Republican plans to redraw congressional voting maps in North Carolina. Barber says the maps passed this last month intentionally dilute Black and Latino voting strength. The new map draws Representative Don Davis out of District 1, giving Republicans an advantage in next year's midterms. The new maps are already facing legal challenges, and more lawsuits are expected, including one from Barber himself. All right, don't write off NC State just yet, or their head football coach for that matter. The Wolfpack delivered a 48-36 win over number 8 Georgia Tech last night. The win was NC State's second top 10 victory since 2021 and one of the biggest ever under Dave Dorn. The win comes at a pivotal time for Dorn and NC State. Dorn quieted rumors about his retirement earlier this week. The Wolfpack are on a bye this week before another top 25 matchup at Miami. Pat Welter will break down what the win means for Dorn and NC State coming up in sports. All right, it was a crisp but beautiful morning for the annual City of Oaks Marathon today.
3, 2, 1.
Go the runners starting out on Glenwood Avenue bright and early at 7 a.m. Just under 1,000 participants ran in a variety of races, including the full marathon, the half marathon, 10K and 5K. Many people braved the chilly weather to cheer on their family and friends, including Sarah Poston.
One of my friends, it's her first time, her first half marathon, and the other, it's his third marathon, his third time running this. So different experience levels.
Keith Reinert won the full marathon with a time of just under 2 hours and 39 minutes. Tom Bean won the half marathon. WRAL is a proud sponsor of the City of Oaks Marathon. Well, it wasn't a race, but there was a big walk today in Wake County. This was the annual Breakthrough T1D Walk at Coastal Credit Union Music Park at Walnut Creek. The annual and national movement raises money to help improve treatment and care for people living with type 1 diabetes, helping them live healthier, fuller lives.
I think that it shows newly diagnosed families and people that have had it for many, many years that you're not alone in this, and you have a lot of people that support you in every way, even if you've met them yesterday.
WRAL's Ken Smith served as the MC for the walk. Today's event raised nearly $506,000. Well, the clocks turned back this morning, but did your body get the memo?
That 60 minutes can be an entire sleep cycle
Feeling it today. Just ahead, how long it really takes to reset your internal clock and how you can make that transition easier. Also ahead, why tomorrow could be a historic day for some local restaurants. Now here's Renee Chu with a look at what we're working on for tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, Elizabeth will track our rain chances, and Ken will show you how the weather is affecting your morning commute. Plus, did you get a text message with a tempting job offer? 5 on Your Side shares the 6 things you need to be on the lookout for as we enter the peak of holiday hiring season. Start your work week with us, beginning at 4:30 a.m.
Welcome back. Taking a look over Cary right now, which is definitely looking pretty rainy. We'll be tracking those rain chances in just another few minutes with Grant Skinner. Well, you may have gotten a little extra sleep last night as those clocks jumped back for the end of daylight savings time. But a new Stanford study suggests that practice might do more harm than good. WRAL's Destiny Patterson talked to an expert about how the time change could impact your overall health.
This group taking advantage of the sunshine as they walk to support research for a good cause. An earlier sunrise this morning marking the end of daylight savings time.
I love daylight savings when we gain an hour of sleep. I hate the fact that it gets darker a lot earlier. As a parent, daylight savings doesn't really help you too much.
A Stanford study published last month suggests that most Americans would be healthier without daylight savings time.
Then that can certainly shift our circadian rhythm, and that's not great for our overall health.
Researchers there found that permanent standard time benefits the most people. Just pushing the clocks back by 1 hour overnight impacts your circadian rhythm or your body clock. Dr. Mary Ellen Wells says it could disrupt your sleep cycle and how well you sleep.
That 60 minutes can be an entire sleep cycle overnight.
She says an off sleep schedule could lead to health issues from mood swings to sleep disorders like insomnia or even bigger problems.
That can accumulate what we call sleep debt, and that sleep debt has to be paid back. And if not, it can accumulate to the point where we have other health effects. Lack of sleep has been linked to diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular risks, so heart attacks and strokes.
Once the clock switches, it takes time for your body to adjust.
Everyone is affected in some way, and it's going to take a different amount of time, whether it's a few days up to a couple of weeks or more for some people to become adjusted.
Destiny Patterson, WRAL News.
And to help your body adjust, try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, including on weekends. You should also expose yourself to bright lights as early as possible in the morning. All right, we've got a big moment coming in Southern food. Tomorrow, the Michelin Guide will reveal its first ever American South restaurant picks. For the first time, restaurants in the Carolinas can earn one of those coveted Michelin stars. Joining a new regional lineup that celebrates authentic Southern flavors. It includes not just us, but also Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, and a pre-existing guide in Atlanta as well. I gotta say, Grant, I'm a foodie, so I'm very excited to see what's on that list tomorrow. Although if you want to go out and celebrate, I think we're talking about a little rain for our forecast this week.
That's right. And the majority of the rain will be early this week. It's going to be late tonight through early tomorrow morning. The rest of the week will be nice. We'll stay dry. We'll have plenty of sunshine. By next weekend, we could see another rain chance. We'll talk about all of that with the 7-day forecast. But I want to start with dual Doppler 5000. The majority of the rain is pretty light out there, and it's from Wake County up through Durham, over towards Orange County, seeing some more of this rain into the south and west through Sanford, down through Hoke and Moore counties. So through Southern Pines, Rayford, Fayetteville, seeing this rain through Harnett County as well. You've got some light rain ongoing, and now through Johnston County as well, all the way down through Garner, Clayton, seeing this light rain. And you'll see more of this work its way to the north throughout the course of this evening. Let's break this down with Futurecast. This starts at 7 p.m. You can see the light to moderate rain working its way north. We could see some pockets of moderate to heavy rain into the overnight hours. This is 10:30 p.m., so increasing in coverage overnight tonight. Then by early tomorrow morning, still good coverage. This is 2 a.m. But once we get past 2, 3 a.m., the rain coverage will start to break up. I think closer to the morning commute tomorrow, so 5, 6, 7 a.m. The rain chances will become more isolated. We'll still have some lingering cloud cover, though. But then by lunchtime, less in the way of rain. The clouds start to move out. This is 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Really starting to see those clouds work their way out of our western spots. Coastal plains still seeing some scattered cloud cover and a brief shower. Then really clear by the evening hours. Should be very comfortable, but cooler over overnight into our Tuesday morning. Make sure you have the WRAL weather app. You can check dual Doppler 5000 on the app. It's the same radar that we show you here on air, and you can kind of get an idea of where the rain is now and also look at how it will move over time. The forecast rainfall has increased just a bit for our eastern spots, but not much from what I mentioned yesterday and what Chris Michaels talked about this morning. Up to around a half an inch for our areas towards the coastal plain, with those highest amounts towards the coastline to the north and west, around a quarter of an inch. And it will finally work its way out of the area again early tomorrow. Then we see more sunshine. Limited rain chances for the majority of the work week. But as high pressure builds, it's going to be chilly. And by Wednesday morning, we could see some more areas of frost develop with more lows into the possibly mid to upper 30s in our northern spots. So rain chances around 30% for tomorrow, then dropping off all the way through the rest of the work week. Next rain chance arrives next weekend. And some chillier mornings in the 40s down towards a Wednesday. You can see low 40s there, low to mid 40s in a Friday morning. But overall, staying pretty seasonable over the next handful of days. I want to show you this real quick. It's on WRAL.com/report it. Out of Holly Springs, gorgeous fall colors. Thanks, Jenny, for sending that in. Love to see those photos. Make sure to submit those over the next couple of weeks as we see those beautiful fall colors. Again, this evening, a good chance for rain. Make sure you have the rain gear handy. Temperatures dropping into the 50s overnight tonight. And we'll be warmer throughout this week. Upper 60s and low 70s. Another good chance for rain next weekend with our next front, especially into Sunday. We'll have to watch that. Could see some changes in that timing, but it's our next chance for rain. For now, though, good chance for scattered showers overnight tonight. So have the rain gear handy if you're headed out. By tomorrow afternoon, it should be clearing up.
Absolutely, Grant. Thank you very much. All right, from good news about the sunshine coming this week to some good news about the Panthers, Pat.
Yeah, all of our teams seemingly winning this weekend, and the Panthers did it by finally accepting their identity while embracing Rico Dowdle. Let's turn the Panthers into a playoff contender. Next.
And if you see breaking news, have a story tip, or shoot video or pictures of our weather, please report it to us. Go to WRAL.com/report it to send your video, pictures, or tip right to our news team.
Bryce Young back from an ankle injury this week, but the bigger story is Rico Dowdle. Dave Canales finally giving in to the fans, the fantasy players, the media, everybody. This isn't just Rico's backfield, it's Rico's team. Panthers, Packers, Dowdle getting the lion's share of the carries after splitting with Chuba Hubbard the last couple of weeks. It was a windy day in Green Bay, and you could argue they shouldn't have thrown the ball at all. Bryce Young's pass clearly affected by the wind there. Xavier McKinney with the pick for the Packers. Next Panthers possession. Dowdle goes to work, rips off a huge run, but would come up injured on the play. Looked like a groin injury, but would only leave for a few plays. Battled through it. 2 minutes to go in the half. Looks healthy here. Dowdle in for the score. 7-3 Carolina. Panthers defense fresh off, giving up, 40 points to the Bills? Well, they played inspired today. Trayvon Merrick picks off Jordan Love's pass, and the Panthers defense just locked in all afternoon. So late third now, and who else? Rico Dowdle, second touchdown of the day, but a Key and Peele-style skit celebration here earns a penalty. Panthers would miss the extra point, so that proved costly. I can't show you the celebration, but here's Josh Jacobs tying the game at 13 with 2:20 to go. But Dowdle is 130 yards rushing, helped get Carolina in field goal range, and Ryan Fitzgerald does the rest. Carolina upsets the Packers 16-13.
From carry one, it was attitude, it was aggression and violence at the end of it, and it really does affect the group. It affects the whole sideline when they see that kind of energy and that kind of violence. It gives them confidence, and it's who we want to be. And so, just really loved what he was able to do with that.
Dowdle, 5.7 yards per carry on the season, third best in the league. College football at its finest right here. In a week where it was all but assumed that Dave Doeren would retire or he'd be forced to, he pulls off one of the biggest wins of his career, a 48-36 win over number 8 Georgia Tech, just the second top 10 victory of his career at NC State.
What does this win mean to you guys? Oh, man, it's everything. I love this team so much. All glory to God. We fought back. We got the job for the Wolfpack Nation.
Caden Fordham was fired up, and he should be. State was coming off losing 4 of 5 games after a 3-0 start. Doran said he met with the team's leadership council last Sunday. He told the players to tell the team what they told him. The result was 4 quarters of near-perfect football and a reminder of why this guy has been able to coach here for 13 years.
It's special when you have a top 10 win at home. Night games in the Carter are so special, and just proud of them, proud of our staff. And resiliency is what this place is about. It's why I've always loved NC State. It's definitely a part of my DNA, and the harder it gets, sometimes I think the better we are.
Well, I don't have to pay for that celebration, Eric. $50K fine from the ACC, but probably money well spent.
Absolutely, every dollar earned on that field. Pat, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us here tonight. Have a good evening, everybody.